Welcome to Season 4 of Casting Confidential. This season arrives at a pivotal moment. Casting is now formally recognized by both the Academy Awards and the Critics' Choice Awards. Across the season, I'm joined by actors shaping today's film and television landscape, award-recognized casting directors, and industry leaders to break down how casting actually works, who gets in the room, how decisions are made, and what moves careers forward. No mythology, no guesswork, just honest conversations about the process. And if you want deeper access to this work, bonus episodes, extended conversations, and live discussions, you can join the Casting Confidential community on Patreon. This is Casting Confidential. As an actor, you already know this problem. You need to rehearse or record a self-tape, but you don't always have someone around to read with you. That's where Raffi comes in. Raffi is an app that scans your sides and lets you rehearse with realistic reader voices. There are over 60 of them, so you can run scenes on your own anytime. It also has an optional built-in teleprompter, works in multiple languages, includes customizable slates based on what casting asks for, plus a web version and its own script library called Playhouse, where you can practice scenes and share your work on social media. Whether you're rehearsing, memorizing, or recording a self-tape, Raffi gives you control over your process without having to wait on anyone else. Raffi is available on the App Store and now on Google Play and on the web. Check it out at raffi.app. That's RAFY.app. We'll see you there. Actors, you asked and we delivered. Our Casting Confidential merch is here. And yes, we put cast not casted on a shirt. You'll find this and more at castingconfidential.dashery.com. That's castingconfidential.dashery.com. Whether you're part of the casting lab or just love the craft, wear your passion proudly. Check it out now. And remember, it's always cast, never casted. Welcome back to Casting Confidential. I'm Rosen, and joining me today are fellow Casting Lab panelists, casting directors Robin Carus, Cheryl Louden-Kubin, and Kimberly Skyrme. Before we begin, I want to introduce something we've been building behind the scenes. It's called Casting Confidential's Casting Lab on Patreon. The Casting Lab is where we explore the conversations that deserve more than a soundbite, the topics that actors ask about over and over again, the questions that don't always have easy answers. And today's topic is definitely one of those because we're talking about a word actors use all the time, and it's gatekeeping. You've probably heard it. You may have even said it yourself. Why is casting gatekeeping? What do we actually mean when we use that word? Is casting preventing access? Is casting curating thousands of submissions for a specific project? Who truly holds decision-making power in this industry? And where does casting fit into that equation? Today's conversation isn't about defending the system. It's about understanding it. No mythology, no sugarcoating, just an honest discussion about how the process works. Let's get into it, ladies, our fellow lab technicians.
I love it. Could we have PhDs now and call ourselves doctors?
I mean, yeah, I think, we can make instead of, like a new society, I'm all for more letters behind my name. So, ladies, when you hear actors describe casting as gatekeepers, what do you think they're responding to? What do you think is your first thought?
Well, I tend to think of us as facilitators, right?
I like
We're
that.
enabling the process. We're the term for me, as I was saying to you earlier, is to me it has a negative connotation. It implies that we hold power over them and can determine their fate, and that's not the case. They determine their fate by doing their homework and being prepared and submitting to things and turning in tapes on time and following directions and all of that. I don't like the term gatekeeper, and that's just how I feel.
What do you girls think, Robin?
Oh, to me, it's very comic book. It's like, kind of like we're sitting there going like, ooh, and like, ha ha ha, with the evil laugh, and that is right. And it's like, so not what we do. As Cheryl said, I also think of another term, and it's conduit, because we really are a conduit between channels. And sometimes even on our creative teams, we're the conduit, because the producer will ask us questions, the director will ask us questions. If we have a writer involved, they'll ask questions, and the actors ask us questions that we ask to all of those people for them, to give them answers. And so to be a conduit is actually a great thing, because that means that we are kind of at one with all people. And I think if people reframe it, it's a lot better and a lot more positive, because gatekeeping assumes that we are the only ones, and we are the ones, instead of saying we are opening doors for people, it's we are standing in the way of them getting a job, or them having contact. We're not.
Good point.
It does feel negative.
There's so many reasons why it is coming off as something negative. I too agree. It feels very negative. I look at myself as a creative collaborator with a director, with producer, even with fellow casting directors, that we bounce ideas off of each other. So we're, again, being creative collaborators in this gatekeeping. I feel that maybe an actor is putting that out because they're feeling like they're not getting through the gate, but that's you. You should walk up to the gate and open it. Like, we're not holding gates closed. If anything, we talk about gatekeeping. We have gates wide open, letting actors flow in. The more people we see, the more creative ideas we're going to bring to the table. We certainly do not know and can never know every single solitary actor. So the submissions are introduced to new people. So we're hardly keeping a gate up anywhere. Now, perhaps there is a barrier of entry, which is a totally different term, that if we are required to hire union people, that we can't perhaps see non-union people, often because Robin's working in theater, that there is various different reasons that you have to see union actors before seeing non-union actors for equity. So
But that's not us.
Yeah, exactly. None of it.
We're not the gatekeepers on that. That is the unions. That is the other entities that are involved in the process.
Whole process, right? Yeah. So it's something people should remove from their vernacular, remove from their brain. Nobody's keeping that gate closed but you. And if you're putting casting in this position of being a gate closer, just think about, as we know from listening, I'm all about the energy, and that is just bad energy. You're cutting it off. You're not allowing yourself to roll through those gates and show me who you are. These auditions are an opportunity to showcase your talent. And why would I ever put a gate up? Like, actors are our people. They're our tool. They're our vehicle for solving our problems and doing our job. So we need to see every actor possible, not keeping people out or not letting other people see them.
Amen. Yeah.
If somebody who is so totally not right submits,
Yes.
we're obviously not going to embarrass ourselves by seeing the wrong people, right? So once I was looking for a black little girl, and I had like this old white male submit.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
okay, so in that way, yes, I'm weeding out.
Yeah,
but
no question.
You accidentally got through the gate. That
he clicked submit. Right.
I mean, incredible. Yeah. And we are there to filter out the impossible to just show the possible to the next step. I'm going to pause this right here. If you're loving this conversation, the rest of this episode is available exclusively on Patreon. We go deeper into the real audition stories, the hard lessons, and the unfiltered behind-the-scenes conversations you won't hear anywhere else. Join us at patreon.com/castingconfidential to hear the full episode and get access to bonus content, extended interviews, and our private community. If you're serious about understanding how casting really works, I'll see you inside Patreon.
Podcast in television and film with Rosen, CSA, and all the friends. Bringing you Casting Confidential. Casting, that's essential. Casting, so eventful. Kind of tune in to close friends, chilling with Rose. We call it Casting Confidential. Get a notepad ready, grab a pen and pencil. For magic to jot down, tell a friend too. A wonderful podcast in TV and film, we call it Casting Confidential. Let's go.